Greetings all, Chuke here, once again with Chuke's Outdoor Adventures. Wanted to do a video on a gun I recently picked up, which is the Hellcat Pro. Now this is a very polarizing gun. It is safe. People either love it or hate it. Now I have been a fan of the Hellcat for a long time. Years ago, I switched over for my daily carry from a 43X to a Hellcat, the original Hellcat, and then I had one in flat dark earth, which I loved. I carried that thing for at least 2 years, which is a long time for me if you follow my videos. But now I'm kind of shying away from the platform, mainly because of how snappy it is, and the trigger is pretty horrid. I'm sort of a trigger snob after checking out some triggers like the competition X5 Legion that Long Windy Road had. Just amazing. Even the meta trigger on some of the Springfield Elites are just pretty impressive. But this is a great idea. I mean, the original Hellcats have been torture tested. We're talking tens of thousands of rounds, and they continue going up with no malfunctions. I personally have never had a malfunction with a Hellcat, so I know it's going to be solid as far as that. The original Hellcats were super small and concealable, and I like this idea. Everybody's jumping on the bandwagon, going from Micro 9 to a slim compact. The slim compact is similar to the size of a Glock 19, but roughly an inch or a little over an inch in thickness, and they just make for great carry. So this made a lot of sense. It's got some features that I like. I'm not completely sold on it because, like I said, I've moved away from the Hellcat. I'm going to take it to the range, and then we're going to take a close look at it, and I'll give you my final thoughts. But pretty interesting gun regardless of how it turns out. It's definitely a pretty impressive piece of technology. So let's shoot it and take a close look. All right, first shots with the Hellcat Pro. Gonna do a couple mags and then compare it to my Glock 48 and the macro. So here we go. Not bad. Let's see if it slams shut on its own. Yep. All right. First 30 rounds, flawless, as I expected from the Hellcat Pro. I was pretty snappy, but pretty sweet little gun. I am impressed with it. I'm going to do more shooting, but I want to compare the Glock 48 and the macro to it too, so stay tuned. All right, here we go. Springfield Hellcat. Right off the bat, I was disappointed because it did not come with the extras that the original Hellcat came with, or even some of the XDMs. And what I mean, no extra base plates with extra things. It came with 2 mags, this soft case, a lock, and your paperwork where you can, whatever, sign up for their program, whatever, register it. So this is what you get. Like I said, 2 mags, and this is kind of cool. I hadn't seen one of these. It's kind of like one of the mag loaders, but it's kind of got a finger groove. So that was kind of cool. But no extra mag wells. Even the original Hellcat had the different variations where you could put the +2, the flush fit, the pinky fit. There was options. With this, all you got was 2 17-round mags, 15-round mags. Sorry, I'm thinking of the X macro, which is pretty impressive. The 15-round mag in this teeny little platform, amazing. It's so thin, 1 inch. I mean, we're talking roughly the size of a Glock 19, shorter though, about a little more than a centimeter shorter, but grip length is comparable. Very easy to conceal. I am impressed with the technology. It's optics ready. It's got a rail. This front dot is tritium. It's glow in the dark, but I don't like the U-shaped sights. I like a 3-dot sight system. I don't know why they had to be different. I mean, it's shootable. You can work with it, but I would prefer a dot on each side versus the U. Just my preference, not that big of a deal. Says Hellcat, then it's got the little Pro in the square right there, as you can see. So I don't like a lot of branding, but that looks nice. I like the way that looks. The grip, it's the original grip from the Hellcat, which are these teeny little pyramids. The harder you squeeze, it bites back. So amazing grip. Probably the top grip on the market, I would say, which is funny since they had those horrible grip zones, and the XDM Elite still just have that smooth area right here where you get no grip. But I still have some complaints. The main complaint is the trigger. It's a super long, creepy, heavy trigger. Reset. Don't like it. I prefer the Glock 48 trigger. So not a fan of the trigger. Also snappy, man. When I was shooting it, I was having to reposition it. It's almost painful to shoot with really powerful loads because it is as thin as a deck of cards. It's a small micro 9. So even though I want to hate it because of those, I still can't, because it's amazing. If you would have told me even 4 or 5 years ago that we would have a super slim compact pistol like this that could hold 15+1, I would have been super excited. But now there's so many things on the market. I'm like, there's, better options, I feel, but it's still really cool. I can't dog on it too much. If you like the Hellcat, go ahead and get one of these. The Hellcat original is a better pocket gun. I mean, you could still pocket carry this. Long Windy Road does some larger guns with the right pocket holster. You want to get those clips that go right there and cover that. I think the original Hellcat's a better pocket gun. So I got to give it 2 thumbs up. It's just not for me. There are some aftermarket triggers you could get that would make it better. I don't want to mess with that. So I don't know. It's going to be fun to compare it with other guns. I'm going to compare it with the X Macro and the Glock 48 coming up in the following weeks. But it is a great gun, great piece of technology. It's amazing what they did, but it's just so snappy, and the trigger is so awful that it's just not worth it in my mind. So, and that's something, because I used to be a huge Hellcat guy. I put my Glock 43X on the chopping block and carried original Hellcat for at least 2 years. So I was a Hellcat guy, but now there's just options, or I no longer am a Hellcat guy. So let me know what you guys think. Let me know if I'm off base. I still think it's cool. If this is your thing, go for it. It's just not my thing anymore. So let me know what you guys think.
My name is Chuke. I like to trade my guns just for fun, but now I have none. Oh, look, get shot by a bear, but I don't care. I got a 10mm. Chuke's Outdoor Adventures. Watch you all die every time.